Have you ever prayed and heard nothing back? Not a sign, not a clear answer, just silence. You kneel at night and whisper,
God, are you there?
but the room stays still. Your phone doesn't buzz with good news. The test results don't change. The relationship doesn't heal. The opportunity doesn't come. And slowly, doubt creeps in. For many young believers, this is the hardest part of faith, not when life is obviously falling apart, but when heaven feels quiet. There's a story in the Bible that captures this feeling deeply. It's the story of a man named Joseph. Joseph was young when God gave him a dream. In that dream, he saw himself rising to a place of influence and leadership. It was clear. It was powerful. It felt like purpose, but what came next looked nothing like the dream. Joseph's own brothers were jealous of him. They mocked him. They stripped him of his coat, the symbol of his father's love, and threw him into a pit. Imagine lying there, looking up at a small circle of sky, hearing your brothers argue about selling you. Imagine the confusion.
God, you gave me a dream. Why am I in a hole?
He wasn't rescued by angels. He was sold as a slave. Joseph ended up in Egypt, far from home. No family, no comfort, no explanation. Years passed. He worked faithfully in his master's house. Slowly, things improved. He gained trust, responsibility, stability. Maybe he thought, okay, maybe this is how God will fulfill the dream. But then another blow came. He was falsely accused and thrown into prison. Not because he failed, not because he sinned, but because he did the right thing. Can you imagine the silence of that cell? The cold floor, the long nights, the unanswered prayers.
God, I obeyed you. Why am I here?
There's no record of God speaking to Joseph during those prison years. No angel visits, no dramatic visions, just waiting. And that's what makes this story powerful. Because sometimes faith isn't about fireworks. It's about faithfulness in silence. Joseph kept serving. Even in prison, he worked diligently. He interpreted dreams for fellow inmates. He helped others, even when he felt forgotten. One of the men he helped promised to remember him before Pharaoh, but he forgot. More silence, more waiting. 2 full years passed, 2 years of what probably felt like nothing happening. But here's what Joseph couldn't see. God was not absent. God was aligning events beyond the prison walls. One day, Pharaoh himself had troubling dreams. No one could interpret them. Suddenly, the cupbearer remembered Joseph. In a single day, Joseph was brought from prison to the palace. The same God who seemed silent had been working the entire time. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams and was appointed second in command over Egypt. The pit, the slavery, the prison, they were not the end of his story. They were preparation. Years later, when Joseph stood face to face with the brothers who betrayed him, Joseph couldn't hold his tears. He revealed himself to his brothers and he said something profound.
You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good.
Notice what he didn't say. He didn't say it was easy. He said God used it, even the silent seasons. When God feels silent in your life, it does not mean he is absent. Silence is not rejection. Delay is not denial. Sometimes God is developing your character before he releases your calling. Sometimes he is strengthening your patience before revealing your purpose. Sometimes he is protecting you from outcomes you can't yet see. Faith under pressure is real faith. Joseph's story reminds us that obedience does not guarantee immediate reward. Doing right does not prevent hardship, but perseverance positions you for purpose. Maybe you're in a prison season when nothing seems to move forward. Instead of asking only, God, why is this happening? Try asking, God, what are you shaping in me? Because silence can grow endurance, waiting can deepen trust, and hidden seasons can build unshakable character. God's timing rarely matches our urgency, but his plans are never random. If you are in a silent season, hold on, keep praying, even when it feels one-sided. Keep doing right, even when it goes unnoticed. Keep trusting, even when answers are delayed. The palace may be closer than you think, and one day, you might look back at this season and realize it was not empty. It was preparation. So today, choose faith over frustration. Choose trust over fear. Choose obedience over bitterness. When God feels silent, remember, he is still writing your story, and silence is not the end. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to do so. Your support helps us keep creating amazing content like this.